I am one of the producers from the Churched web series. We've got Ben Marten with us here, and Ben is Pastor
What's
Steve.
up?
Very exciting. Thank you,
That's
Ben,
me.
so much for joining us.
Or Pastor Steve.
Steve.
What's up? What's up?
Sorry.
Pastor, no, it's Axel Stevens, but my buddy Crashy Ross always called me Pastor Steve. So
Pastor Steve.
So I guess we're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody.
This is my first time doing something like this. This is cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Ben, thank you for the people that are online. Crystal is one of the people that are online right now, and it's very exciting. So any of the questions that you might have, you can go ahead and just post them right into the chat in Facebook, and it's going to pop up, and we'll be able to answer any of your questions. So feel free to ask questions. And meanwhile, Ben, I was thinking maybe you might talk a little bit about yourself and about how you sort of got involved with the church project.
It would be my pleasure. Dwayne, I just want you to know that I've said this before. You are my my daughter's favorite person in the whole thing. So thanks a lot, dude. I know Crystal. I met Crystal by chance one time. She was showing one of her movies in Freeport, where I live, and a good buddy of mine, Tom McElroy, was in it. And I happened to be at an audition later that one morning, and I'm talking to Tom, and he says, "Yeah, I got a movie that's showing in Freeport, Illinois later today." And I thought he was joking with me because nobody shows movies in Freeport, Illinois. And he said, "Yep, that's me." So I went and I met Crystal, and she told me about this amazing project that she had in mind called Churched, about like an office, single camera comedy set in a church office. And I thought, just a great idea. It was awesome.
So I feel like I remember, because I was there too, and I remember you giving us a tour around the town and talking to us about Freeport, and you were selling that town, weren't you?
I was. We took a walk from the movie theater down to the Wagner House, and I showed just some beautiful spots that we have. It's an old world, not an old world town, but it was really big in a long time ago, and we're very open to helping out as many people as we can. So I tried to get Crystal to come here and shoot something, but it hasn't worked out yet. Maybe we'll get an episode or two of Church season 2 to shoot down in Freeport. I think that'd be kind of fun. Here, I can see a question there.
Shout out to Tom McElroy, and Joe is saying that you're very passionate. He can tell that you're a man of faith.
Joe, thanks for saying that. Yeah, I am. I was saved almost 2 years ago. On a night in November of 2018, and ever since then, my life has just snowballed in a great, amazing way. I have grown so much in my faith, and God has blessed me and my family so abundantly since that moment. It's been unbelievable, and it's my honor to play a pastor. It's the coolest thing in the world to be able to play a pastor. Since I've been saved, it was like the next logical step that in God's path. Or God's path in my life. It's awesome.
It looks like you've got a message from Tiffany.
That's my sister. Hey, Max Bo, Ellie Bear. I love you both so much. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys.
And you've got a
Pastor
question.
Axel is a bear.
There's a question out here that says, "How long have you been acting?"
I have been acting since my sophomore year in high school when I got hurt playing football. Hi, Cheeky. My daughter's over here trying to steal my attention. Come here. Yeah, you can come here. So I got hurt playing football. I used to weigh 250 pounds. I was a center, and I got hurt. And the Tim Connors, my buddy, said, "Why don't you try doing plays?" I said, "All right, it sounds like fun." And I did it, and I fell in love with it. And then I joined the Screen Actors Guild in 2010, and I've just been loving it ever since then. Nice. Dustin Barker, buddy, you told me you'd be a Bears fan. You told me that. Here, Vivian, say hi. That's my daughter. Say hi. There we go, Cal Colburn. I'm sorry, I gotta say, that's my buddy Cal Colburn. He was the best quarterback in the history of the world, and I got to be his center. It was awesome. Kyle, thank you. Nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He's the peen boy.
Joe Shores is out here, and he said, "Is there any way to start a virtual collection plate to raise money for season 2? Yes. Yes,
virtual collection plate. Isn't that an awesome idea?
I love it.
I like that. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do that, but the woman that we're talking to right here, wait, other thing, right there, Miss Producer over here, she'd be the one to set something like that up. I don't know how would we do something like that?
Actually, we can go ahead and send out a link for donations, because we are going to be fundraising for season 2, and we're really excited. Hopefully, there's going to be a time soon that comes, and they're going to lift this, isolation ban, and people will start being able to come together in some kind of, limited way, whatever is going to be safest for people. But we're hoping to go ahead and start shooting again this year, and we'll get episode 2 out, and then we'll have it out and available for season 2.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll be able to put
thanks,
that out.
Brian. Thanks, Bean Boy. I will tell. Maybe I see my buddy Dustin Barker's my pastor, and he is a fervent Packer fan. He loves the Pack, but we both made a deal that if we have to, we will cheer for the other guy's team. So, I mean, just for this. Oh, I'm sorry. My wife said I cut you off, Melissa. I am so sorry.
You're fine.
I am so sorry.
You're fine.
She'll dock me a couple of lines in the next episode.
There you go.
No. So Dustin, I think he'd be a great guy to have he can pull a cameo off in season 2 pretty well, I think.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay, well, we keep that in mind.
Ruth, how did I prepare for my role? I am a big preparation guy. I memorize everybody's line in every script that I've ever read. So I can know exactly. Yeah, I know. So I can know exactly what, because acting's all about reacting. So what I like to do is when I learn everybody else's lines, I don't learn the way nobody knows exactly how they're going to say it, but then I know it's always, you can prepare for 90 different ways on how to react to how somebody gives you a line, as opposed to you just acting out the way you think you should react to somebody saying something, which is a lot of fun.
Right. So did you get any tips from your pastor about, how to act or how to talk to people, or did your pastor give you any ideas?
I don't think so. No, I don't think I asked. I don't like to, even when I've played people that have like characters that are actually real people in real life, I don't ever try and do any research into what the actual person. I like to build the character myself, and that's the way I like to do it.
Yeah.
But Dustin, you can give me some tips anytime you want.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just asking you to speak again. Say that again.
I say what again?
Nothing.
Okay. All right.
The questions, and Ruth is asking if we might do season 2 virtually, now that the churches are holding everything with the virtual services. That's an idea. We might do something like that.
There you go, Crystal. Yeah, that's a great idea.
We have the last say in how we want to be showing things, since this is The Office, but we'll see.
There we go. Be powerful. Yeah. Crystal's right. Crystal is that's my buddy Leroyce's label there. Be powerful. I just like to put that out there. Leroyce Hawkins. Be powerful every day. Crystal is an amazing writer. I wouldn't doubt that she probably already thought about that. Just sitting there in her chair in her wonderfulness, thinking about how great she is. I bet she already has that idea.
Oh,
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Dustin, that's a good idea, buddy.
Oh, we could do virtual readings once the scripts are ready. Hey, Melanie, how are you?
Who's Melanie?
Melanie is
your buddy, Melissa?
From high school. Yep, up in Superior.
Wow. Awesome.
Way up in Wisconsin.
What's up, Melanie? Good to see you, Melanie. Oh, yeah. We get a lot of those around here. That's for sure.
Oh, and
Wayne, Leroyce is my guy.
So
yes, Melissa, what is your role with the production?
my role for the production was everything that wasn't being seen on camera. And if you ever see a door getting opened up accidentally, it's probably me.
No, you didn't do that.
I
don't remember you doing that
because it was really hot, where the actors were staging, making sure the food got set up, making sure the food got cleaned up, making sure things were swept up, that trash was getting emptied, that people had wardrobe. Yeah, just, things like that.
Honestly,
Hey, Amy.
Melissa,
yeah,
you had probably the biggest job. If stuff that you don't do, if you don't do the stuff that you have to do first, then nothing happens on there. So people don't realize what actually goes on behind the scenes. That was a very small set. It was one big room, and we had 2 bathrooms that were actually part of the set. So everybody had to be very nice and take their time and not stink up the joint.
Yes. And we had Febreze out of it for just in case.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did. Yes. Maxbo acting is a blast, dude. I get to do this as a job. It's the funnest thing in the world. I get to be other people. It's awesome. I get to know that people are out there to watch things that people want to see, the things that I'm doing. It's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, it's exciting to see what's happening out there. Does anybody have any ideas about things they might want to see?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Anybody out there had any ideas on?
Do we shoot?
Well, you still got 8 more.
Do we shoot in the same building that's shown on the outside view? Yes, we do. So the building that's on the outside view, we do have the exterior footage of it, and that's the interior.
Yeah, Kyle. Melissa and Crystal just found a great location. I thought that, Melissa, when I walked in there, that location was just perfect for that, for the startup church. Was the background. I thought it couldn't have been any better. Remember there was one little problem. We had a family upstairs that had a couple of sick children. Was it? You remember how loud those kids were upstairs?
Yeah, I do actually.
It was unreal. That those kids were just I can't blame them because they were having fun, but man, that was a lot of noise that we had to overcome. What do you mean, Dwayne? Church service? Oh, in the thing. Oh, in the show. Oh, okay, I got it, dude. I got it. I don't know. What do you think about that, Melissa? A church service in the show? Because it's all about the ins and outs that happen without the church service, Without
any spoilers, that's sort of what we're kind of hoping to do with this next season, is actually to show maybe not a whole service, but 5 minutes, but something going on in the church and the things that happen, because everything that happens that supports the church and the service, there are things that go on that people just don't even know about, kind of like what I was doing behind the scenes. Running around like a chicken. That's kind of what happens sometimes at a church as well. And when we're sitting there in the pews, or sitting there in the chairs facing the podium, we don't know. So it's kind of fun to show those things.
Yeah. Sorry, Abby, I didn't get back to you. No, I know. I don't have any. I don't even know what AirPods are. Are those the little things that just go into your ear without the cords?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I'm not. These aren't even mine. I think these are my wife's. This is my wife's phone. I'm not a technology kind of guy.
Look, there's something posted online already about donations. You can go to our productions.
There we go, Joe. There you go.
There you
go. Donate. Give it all away, buddy. Give it all away. One thing I want to get back to what Ruth was saying about preparing for the role.
Yeah.
So she'll attest to that too. This was my first foray into not one of my first, but my main, into a significant amount of improv. So this set was an awful lot of that. I mean, Crystal wrote an amazing script, but she gave us so much freedom to have fun and just dive off and get crazy. I remember when Dwayne and I were working the first scene of the first episode, the one with where he said to be like Jack Black, and we had a couple other crazy ideas we wanted to do too, but on a smaller budget, and the things you want to try everything, but you really just got to get things done. Remember how fast we shot this? What did we do? All 10 episodes in 4 days?
Yeah, it was 4 days and everything got shot. The camera work was really amazing, though. The way that
it was.
The way that
Dr.
David's
Armstrong
camera work was super quick with you guys. So he was able to follow you fast, and he was able to just zoom from one person to the other. And that really made our shooting so much better, so much quicker. And it allowed the actors to kind of work together so much more, because you were improvising and you were just dialoguing, and we were able to catch it all.
I'll never forget the first time David called a cut, because this is one that you don't break the fourth wall. Nobody's supposed to look into the camera when they're acting. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden we did something, and I gave a look into the camera, and Dave called a cut and walked away. And Crystal goes, wait, what are we cutting? What's going on? And Dave said, one of your actors looked into the camera. And Crystal goes, weren't they supposed to do that?
Yeah.
And then it was one of those things that
exactly.
it's so cool to realize that everybody's a part of it. Even that when we finally realized we don't really have to clean up a table that's behind the camera if he turns around and sees it, because it's that's part of the world. There's the camera crews there too. So it's
right.
I mean, that was so much fun for an actor to just be able to play in a completely different world. And it really was. I mean, I know Dwayne, Ruth, you guys can all attest to it. It was so much fun to play in that world. It was so much fun. Our bonita fish.
Yeah, bonita fish. What's that?
You know what, Mr. Burke? I believe that's a bit of an inside joke. I believe Timo Perez caught a couple of those from time to time when he was out on his big boat. But yeah, they are huge.
Well, last question for you, Ben. Last question for you, Ben. Do you have anything going on, or do you have any upcoming projects that you want to put a shameless plug in for?
Yes, I want really quick before I do that. I want to say, Rebecca, you are awesome. And yes, this church would be so awesome. I had a friend of mine that watched it, that her daughter said after she watched the first episode, Dad, that would be the coolest church ever. I thought that was Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. You're awesome. We love you. I miss you. Miss you too, Amy. So yes, I do. I've been a busy guy. God has blessed me exponentially lately. All the production shut down right now, obviously. I do have a film that I shot last year that won the Austin International Film Festival in 2019. It won jury prize for Best Picture, and it won the narrative award for Best Feature, and it won the jury prize for Audience Award for Best Feature. It also went to the Las Cruces Festival, won Audience Award there. It won the Omaha Festival, and it won the Audience Festival, one other one. It's based on a true story called The Killing of Kenneth Chamberlain. It's coming out sometime this year, based on a true story about the killing. If you look it up, in 2011, a guy was murdered in his apartment in New York by police. And I play the bad guy, so it's you're going to see a total difference here. Okay, so don't forget that. I'm a bad dude in that, but it's headed up by the amazingly talented Frankie Faison. So please keep an eye out for that. And my buddy LeRoyce Hawkins is in it. I'll be powerful. It is called The Killing of Kenneth Chamberlain. And I also have another film called For Profit coming out this year at some time, a Christian film. And I also am in the upcoming movie this summer called Candyman, the scary movie. I'm sure you guys remember seeing
that. I won't be seeing that.
Remember Candyman?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that one when you were younger?
I didn't see it, but yes, I remember.
I'm not a big fan of scary movies either. No, I was very fortunate to shoot some of the pickups that were done for that in March, right before everything shut down.
Oh, that was really recently.
It was, yeah. They added in some extra stuff, and I was blessed enough to get a role in it at the last second, which was fantastic for me. Fantastic for everybody. Yeah. Everybody loves Jordan Peele, right?
Right.
Everybody loves Nia. She is fantastically amazing.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, for watching our episode 2, for sticking around for the question and answer.
Thanks,
Next week, we're going to be putting out episode 3, and stick around for that because you never know what's going on with that chocolate. And you can see episode 1 if you want to binge watch. You can go back and watch episode 1 and 2 and these question and answer sessions because it's so exciting to watch us. They're going to be posted on Facebook, and then again YouTube. They're going to be shown there. So YouTube episode 2 will go out there on Friday. And
awesome.
If we didn't get to your question when you posted it, we'll be trying to also send out replies to any of the questions that you might have asked in the Facebook links here. So thank you so much for coming. We'll see you next week.
Love you, sis.
Love you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. This was a blast.
Yay!
Church! Woo! Keep watching, everybody. You don't want to miss a bit. I promise.
Crazy guy. Bye-bye.
See you guys.